Mataji, when are we going to start class?
Hare Krishna, kids. So we'll have to wait for our dear Sitapriti Mataji to join us, right? So till then, let's do something. Let's start with the prayers. Do you think we should start with the prayers? We'll do that. Is everyone okay?
Okay. Yes, Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Jnanatimirandhana
Jnanam Salakaya Chakshurum Om Vishnu Padaya Bhakti Vedanta Swami
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay, kids, let's do something. Prayers are done. So let me see. I don't know where Mataji is. I'll just call Mataji. Hold on.
Is she accidentally in a different meeting?
Oh, something different though. Sitapriti, where are you? Why you're not in class?
Mataji, where's Vanita Gadavika Mataji?
The kids are calling.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
both of them are out there, then it's a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Vanita Gadavika Mataji is in
is
India.
coming. Vinita Gandharvika. See, unfortunately, your favorite Vinita Gandharvika Mataji won't be around for a few days. Okay, because she's gone to India. For some days, she will not be there, but she will come back.
Because of Mataji, did she get jet lag?
Yes, Kana, she just reached India. She just touched the Indian soil.
All right, she's Balabrinda was saying that they would
Yeah,
go.
Balavinda.
Yeah, she was saying she's gonna go to India.
Yeah, she was saying that
got down.
every
She
day
just got down in India. She'll join you guys maybe from tomorrow, hopefully, if she's okay and she's able to come at this time. So, Sita,
Hare Krishna.
awesome.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna
Mataji, you can
Mataji.
take the prayers. You can get started with the class.
Okay. Hi, Krishna, everyone. So sorry, I thought like, I don't know, I thought I lost the touch
I
of
know
time.
India time, it keeps changing, right? So Mataji also.
No,
got-
I didn't know. I thought I saw in another 10 minutes and then I lost that thing.
Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
Okay.
Take over, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari bol. Sorry, kids, to keep you waiting. Okay, did they read the translations, Mataji? One second, I'll just have them. Wait, my slide, I haven't
No,
shared
no,
this.
no. They have not done all of that. They just did Om Ajnanatimira.
Yeah, Mataji, can you make me the co-host?
Yeah, see how we become without Vinita Mataji. We don't even know what we're doing. Okay, I'm sending the link now.
Okay. Kabir, can you read this?
Okay. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offered my respectful obeisances unto him.
Paul. And can we make 1 second, okay. Prithvilansini Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, can we have this like the one who speaks can be on spotlight? What is that setting? Now, as of now, okay, I'll do the replace spotlight, but I think it is
Spotlight. You can do add spotlight also if you want.
because I thought it was something speaker view something. Okay. No worries. I can make them
Spotlight. Okay.
I can spotlight them. Yes, Isha, can you read the next one?
Yes, Mataji. I was born in the.
No, this one.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet.
Very good. Then we have Abhigya. Can you read this part?
Okay. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries, which are filled with impersonalism and voidism.
Very Paul. Then Smriti. Can you read this part?
Yes, Mataji. I offer my obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhara, Shivasa, and all others in the line of devotion.
Very good. So why are we reading this is, yes, Param, I can just see your hand.
So, Mataji, I was just putting my head on the chair.
Okay, so we have Abhinav, Param, Janvi, Isha, Abhigya, Kabir, Kushi. Okay, this is Neeta Palera. I don't know who it is. Ramachandra, Samskriti, Smriti. Hari bol, everyone. Okay, so we just read the translation also so that we understand what we are reading, okay? Okay. So we have done this last week. What we will do is, yes. Second. Okay, now Abhinav, can you recite this verse?
Atapumbir Shrestha Varnashrama Vibhagashah Svanustistasya Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritosanam.
Very bol. Then Param.
Atapu Birdida Shrestha Varna Shama Vivakashaha Anustita Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritoshana.
Very bol. Janvi. Where are you, Janvi?
I'm at home, Mataji.
Can you come on video, please?
Ata Pumbedu Jasheshta Varana Sharma Vibhagashah Swanushtita Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritoshanam.
Swanu, it is the tasya. Okay, it is tasya. Okay, Smriti.
Atapumvedvijashrestha varnashrama vibhagasha sunashritasya dharmasya samsiddhir haitoshanam.
Very bol. Yes, Kabir.
Atapum Birdija Shesha Varna Shama Vibhagashaha Sanustita
Tasya.
Dasya Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritosanam.
Swanushti tasya. Can we all say it? Swanu.
Swanushtita.
Swanushti.
Swanushtitasya.
Yeah, we'll break it into two.
Tasya.
Okay, we'll break it in two, okay?
Swanushtitasya.
Swanushti.
Swanushti.
Swanushti
Tasya.
Tasya.
Swanushti Tasya. Okay, Swanushti Tasya.
Swanushti
Very
Tasya.
good. Abhinav. Very good. Abhinav, go ahead. Abhinav, did you say it? Yeah. Abhinav said it. Abhigya.
Atapumbirtijashrestha varnashrama vibhagashaha swanushtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam.
Very good. Param, you said it? Okay. Okay, one second. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower all the hands. And now, Isha. Isha, go ahead.
The shloka, Mataji?
Yes, Isha, go ahead.
Atapum
Atapumbe dvija shrestha.
Atapumbir Vijashrestha
Varnashrama.
Varasmana
Varnashrama.
Varnashrama
Vibhagasha.
Prabhagasha
Swanushtitasya.
Sanushtitasya
Dharmasya.
Dharmasya
Samasiddhir.
Samasiddhir
Haritoshanam.
Haritoshanam.
Samskriti.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Atapumbirtija shrestha varnashrama vibhagasha swanushtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam.
Very good. Then, okay, the others who are there, Rishay, Rishya. Yeah, Haribol. Yeah, Rishya, can you read the translation for us?
1 minute, Mataji. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by
Discharging.
discharging the duties prescribed for one's own
Occupation.
occupation according to the
Caste.
caste
Divisions.
divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead. Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
good.
Mataji?
Yes.
Who is a twice born? What is a twice born?
Yeah. A twice born is the one who has taken initiation and and is following the principles of the Brahmana, and he is imparting knowledge, and also he is working according to the four regulatory principles. One second. Okay, see.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because
What-
they basically get another birth when they're initiated.
Initiated, yes. So it's twice born. So when you are initiated with the Nam Diksha and with the Mantra Diksha, then it is the twice born. So they call them as the twice born. And for them, what do you see? Now over here, see the chart which is there. You can see this chart over here.
Yes.
So what are the principles of the spiritual practice? Cleanliness, austerity, mercy, and truthfulness, right? Yeah. Over here also, if we can see this. One second. You can see this. Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. We'll go with this chart, okay? So that we understand it's again related to our verse also. Now, okay, so then, yeah, O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to the caste divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead. So what is the ultimate goal? It is just to please the personality of Godhead. Now what we'll see is what were we at? We were at that the four Kumaras now were glorifying the Lord. And what do you think? There was a time that they thought that what they did, or Jai Vijaya should not be cursed? Did they feel that thing? Where did we come up to? Haribol, are we there?
We were up to the part where they were the Vishnu was was glorifying them, and they didn't understand what he meant.
Okay, yes. And also, then later on, when they started glorifying the Lord, because they understood that the Lord was trying to be, yeah, the Lord also wanted his devotees to be with him, right? And at that time, they started glorifying the Lord. Now, in this verse, when we see over here, 1 second, okay, we'll understand this more. I thought I had this slide with me. Okay. Yeah. So see, now the four Kumaras were talking to the Lord about it. And then they say, oh Lord, okay, where we have. Yeah, Ramachandra, can you read this for us?
Sure, Mataji. O Lord, you are the personification of all religion. Therefore, you must manifest yourself in 3 millenniums, and thus you protect this universe, which consists of animate and inanimate beings. By your grace, which is pure, is of pure goodness and is the bestower of blessings, kindly drive away the elements of Rajas and Tamas for the sake of the demigods and twice.
Okay, so now you know what they came up at a point was, see, you are the personification of all religion, therefore you manifest yourself in the millenniums. Now what we are going to do is a little bit we are going to read from the lines which we have so that we understand the I'll just increase the font. Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't increased it. Yeah, Smriti, can you read this please?
In Satya Yuga, the Lord is glorified by the names Hamsa, Suparna, Vaikunta, Dharma, Yogeshwara, Amala, Ishvara, Purusha, Avyakta, and Paramatma. Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
good. So now the four Kumaras, they are glorifying the Lord and they are telling the Lord about his own glorification in the different yugas and how he has been merciful to all the beings who were present in those yugas. Okay. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. So then we'll just go through this, read through this so that we understand more about it. Khushi, are you there? Do you want to read? Hari bol, Khushi. We don't see you often. Okay. Is Pranav there? Okay. Param, can you read this part for us, the first one?
Okay, Mataji. In Shweta Yuga, the Lord appeared with a red complexion. He has 4 arms, golden hair, and wears a triple belt representing initiation into of the 3 Vedas, embodying the knowledge of worship by the sacrificial performance, which is contained in the Rajasama
and Yajurvedas.
Yajurvedas. His symbols are the
ladle, spoon,
and the other implements of sacrifice. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Abhigya, can you read this part for us in Treta Yuga?
Okay, Mataji. In Treta Yuga, the Lord is glorified by the names Vishnu, Yagna, Prishnigarba, Sarvadeva, Urukrama, Vrishaka Api, Jayanta, and Urugaya.
Okay. So now see, in the four Kumaras, they tried to tell the Lord that how in all the yugas you have come up and you have saved or you have helped all the devotees to in each and yuga, each and every yuga, how you have helped the devotees. Okay. So now in this yuga, when you in the we'll not talk about the Kali Yuga right now, but then in the Dwapar Yuga, where did he go? But Samskriti, can you read this, please?
In Dwapar Yuga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears with a dark blue complexion, wearing yellow garments. The Lord's transcendental body is marked in this incarnation with Srirasta and other distinctive ornaments, and he manifests himself his personal weapons.
Very good. Then we are missing Balavrinda, right?
Yes,
Kavya,
Mataji.
Mataji, can I read?
who is it?
This is Kabir. I didn't get to read.
Okay, Kabir. We have plenty of things to read today. Yes, Kabir, can you read this, my dear king?
My dear king, in Dwapara Yuga, men who desire to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the supreme enjoyer, worship him in the mood of honoring a great king, following the prescriptions of both the Vedas and Tantras.
Very good. Okay. Everybody wants to read, right? So we'll have that reading thing also. Okay, Krishna Nana. Are you there, Krishna Nana?
Mataji, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, can you read this first one? Krishna Garbha refers.
Krishna Garbha refers to Krishna's incarnation as the son of Krishna Devi and Prajapati Sutapa. Visakapi indicates that if the living entities simply remember the Lord, he is inclined to shower all benedictions upon them, thus satisfying their desires and removing their miseries. Since the Lord is always victorious, he is called Jayanta.
Very good. Then, okay, who is that who was saying I didn't get to read? Anybody is there who did not?
Can I read? Machi,
Yes.
can I read? This is Janavi.
Yes, after Kavya, then Janvi, okay? Okay, Kavya, in this Treta Yuga, can you read that part?
In this Treta Yuga, those members of human society who are fixed in religiosity and are sincerely interested in achieving the absolute truth, worship Lord Hari, who contains within himself all the demigods. The Lord is worshipped by the rituals of a sacrifice taught in the three Vedas.
Very good. Yeah. Today our slides are a little bland, okay? Because we had reading part in this more. Janvi, can you read this?
Okay, Mataji. It is described in the Vedic literature that Kali Yuga he comes as Jana avatar or an incarnation, but he does not appear as a manifest incarnation. In other yugas, however, the Lord is a manifest incarnation, and therefore he addressed as Triyuga, or the Lord who appears in three yugas.
Okay. So now what these four Kumaras, they were glorifying the Lord in all the earlier verses also. What we saw was that they were glorifying the Lord and they were like not reminding the Lord, but they were praising the Lord in all possible ways. Okay. So they reminded the Lord about all his incarnations as well. Now, what the thing they had done was that they had got angry or they were not so much pleased with Jaya and Vijaya. And as the result of it, the Lord had to himself come up to door and then Jaya and Vijaya were cursed, right? And now when the Lord started glorifying them, they started glorifying the Lord. The four Kumaras, somewhere they had the thing that, okay, you know what, like we should not have been so angry at them at Jai Vijaya, because they are also the devotees of the Lord and we are also devotees of the Lord. And that is the reason they had some feeling in the Lord that if Jaya and Vijaya could be excused. Okay. So the Lord was trying to tell them in the further verses also we'll see how the Lord convinces them that whatever happened is according to what it had to happen. So in this way, the four Kumaras, what they understood was that coming to Vaikuntha, at the gate of Vaikuntha, when we have come and we are losing our control or we are getting angry, that means that is the sign of our weakness. Okay. We'll read two lines at a time. I want, Risha, can you read till this part?
The four Kumaras were
Cognizant
of their situation in modes of passion and ignorance, because all through the Vaikuntha they wanted to curse.
Go ahead.
All through in Vaikuntha they wanted to curse devotees of the Lord.
Very good, right? Yeah. So I want someone to explain this if you have understood this part. The four Kumaras, anybody who wants to tell a little bit about it? Because today's debate is going to be a little bit related on this part. Smriti, go ahead.
Mataji, I have one question, Mataji. What does cognizant mean?
Yeah, they were, they were realized of their situation, like what they have done. When you get realized or when you understand what things you have done.
Oh, okay, Mataji. So they saying that even though the four Kumaras, they knew that their situation, what they did was in passion, in ignorance, because even though they were in Vaikuntha, they wanted to curse devotees. So they understood that whatever I did was in passion and ignorance.
Yeah, so at the point of you going to Vaikuntha, that means all these anarthas which are there, they should be left behind, right? And they should not be carried with you. And at that level which they were in, they should not have they should not have had that feeling that a devotee of the Lord should have been cursed, right? But then what they felt was that whatever happened at this gate of Vaikuntha was out of our mode of passion and ignorance. So now they wanted the Lord that when we have come up to the gate of Vaikuntha, please help us to shed off these characteristics which we are carrying with us, or these anarthas which we are carrying with us. Abhinav, you had something to say?
I was going to say basically what Smriti said, like how the four Kumaras knew what they had done, but they still in passion and ignorance, they cursed devotees of the Lord.
Right. When they cursed the devotees of the Lord, that time they understood that, okay, this whatever has done or has been done was really out of our own weakness or our own passion and ignorance which was carried with themselves, right? We'll read a little bit more so that we understand more. Abhinav, can you read this part, please?
Since they were conscious of their own weaknesses, they prayed to the Lord to remove their still existing passion and ignorance.
Very good. Now see, what is this? Though, this part looks very small over here. Ramachandra, do you want to share some point on this part? I know you big kids have some homeworks and all to do, so you are not on cameras. Are you there, Ramachandra?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so since they were conscious of their own weakness, they prayed to the Lord to remove their still existing passion and ignorance.
I think what it means is that the four Kumars realized that they had anger still, and they asked the Lord to remove that quality from their hearts.
Right. Okay. So now what we will do is in this, like, see, this has happened with the four Kumaras, right? See, when we are doing this, when we are learning the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is always a lesson for what we have to behave like, or what should, what is the Bhagavatam trying to teach us? Now, though these were the four Kumaras, they could have just been happy with it, right? Yes, the person who has been very rude to us, they both are cursed, and they should have been happy. But what is a quality of a true Vaishnava or a true devotee? A true devotee always carries the characteristic of mercy in his heart. Okay, and this is same which is seen in this where it yeah. So this is same scene with the four Kumaras, that the quality of mercy, the characteristic of mercy which they had in their heart, that, oh, what has happened? Though after things have happened, they realized it. But then too, what they took it, they did not take it that, yes, that Jaya and Vijay has made a mistake and they have got the punishment, but they took it upon themselves. So once we get the habit of changing ourselves, see now, you know what? When there is a situation, okay, when there is a situation and we react to the situation in a specific way. Now suppose you there are two, your brother and sister, or brother and brother, or sister and sister, you both fight. Okay, we're giving a situation, you both fight, and then when mom comes, what happens? Do you say, oh, you know what, I made a mistake? Do you say that, or what is your reaction when mom comes and asks you, why are you fighting? What do you say?
You lie.
That the other person did it.
Yes, exactly, right? What do we say? I did not do anything.
He
So and
started it.
yes, she started it. I did not do anything. I did not touch her, or I did not do anything, right?
Also, Master, they might say, they might just like go like, right when like the parent comes, they might like stop fighting and just stand still,
Yes, and to tell that, see how good am I, like I haven't done anything, or make that cute puppy face, so that you do not get into trouble, right? But over here, what we can see is that the four Kumaras, they are taking it all upon themselves. That, you know what, Lord, it is our mode of passion and ignorance that has led to this. It is our weakness which has led to this. So, in this condition, these Kumaras, they took it as their own fault that whatever has happened. They thought that, you know what, these things which have happened wouldn't have happened if we would not have taken it so long, right? So when you are when we are in temple, something happens, or it's a normal etiquette that if you say sorry in the beginning, the things, whatever things, if they are going wrong, it can be curtailed in a very budding condition. It does not lead to any grudges, or it does not lead to any negativity around. So these Kumaras over here, when they said that it is out of our weakness, so always there is a chance for ourselves to improve. And when you improve ourselves, we do not have many complaints from others. Because again, the golden word is, you cannot change the world, but you can change yourself, right? So this is one thing which I felt that we should have taken from this. Okay, since they were conscious of their own weakness. Now, everybody just think about, in our next part, after we finish with this part, we are going to do with that. But just as a thinking process, everybody, I want you to think about what are one or two weakness, or what are one or two things which really set you off, or which are things which really make you lose your cool. Just think about those two things. Okay, I do not want you to reveal those things right now, but just think about those two things, because in our debate part, or in our discussion part, we will go with that. Okay, so just hold on to that thought. Okay, then yeah, so what did they pray? Since they were conscious of their own weakness, they prayed to the Lord to remove their still existing passion and ignorance. Abhigya, can you read this part, please?
Okay, Mataji. The three transcendental qualifications, cleanliness, austerity, and mercy, are the qualifications of the twice born and the demigods.
Very good. And then Param, can you read this last line?
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Those who are not situated in the quality of goodness cannot accept these three principles of the spiritual culture. Hare Krishna.
Haripur. So the three principles of spiritual practice which are mentioned over here is cleanliness, austerity, mercy. Okay. Now does cleanliness only mean that I'm going to clean the surrounding around me?
No, Mataji, you're going to clean your heart.
Clean your heart. And what is the best process to cleanse your heart?
Chanting.
Chant the holy name of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Haripur.
And
Pranav, are you there?
Spiritual practice.
Am I missing Pranav? Okay, no worries.
Mataji.
Pranav is there? Okay. I'm so sorry, Pranav. I didn't ask you. Okay, Pranav, cleanliness, what do you understand by cleanliness?
Cleanliness in Krishna conscious means to clean your heart of any bad things.
And how can we do it?
By chanting Hare Krishna.
By chanting Hare Krishna. Any other way how we can cleanse our heart?
Listen to lectures.
Okay, listen to the lectures.
Mataji,
Yes.
do Sevan service.
Like
Devotional service.
Mataji, you can do Sevan in temple or like get deities and you can do the service. Serve
Nice.
them.
Yeah. So can we say devotional service will help to cleanse your heart?
Yeah, but like Mataji, if you eat prasadam, doesn't like food go to your whole body, not just
Yes, eating prasadam. Eating prasadam is also a devotional service. Right? Reading the Bhagavatam. So this all will help you to cleanse your heart. Right?
Oh yeah, Mataji. I know one.
Yes.
By doing your duties, like your everything, but Krishna has to be in like it has to be like for Krishna.
Yes, it should be in the center. Yes. If
You're
I'm
doing
doing some
the
devotional if I'm doing some devotional service, but if I want it to be just known to all the people that yes, I have done it, it will not help me to cleanse my heart, right? It's only when we are doing it to please the Lord, right? In our the verse which we did, in that also it says, right, that anything which is done for to the pleasing the Lord. Okay, I think, is anybody able to read this part? I read the slide.
Can Krishnana read it?
Yes, Krishnanana, go ahead.
Cleanliness is essential for making advancement in spiritual life. There are two kinds of cleanliness: eternal and internal.
Externally.
External and internal. External cleanliness means taking baths, but for internal cleanliness, one has to think of Krishna, always chant. Hare
Very
Krishna,
good.
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Hare 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 Ram.
Loudly, Krishnanana. We all together can say it. Everybody together. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Very good.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Very good.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Yes, yes.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Okay. So this was the part which we have come to, right? So now, as we said about one thing, what did we say about was that, yeah, so they prayed. Okay. Now what we are going to come up to is that everybody has thought about those two things which are you think are a little impediment in your devotional life, or you really need to change them. Or
Mata, I have a question.
Does everybody have that, or we are all clean?
We don't have that.
We don't have them. Okay, so everybody has identified your two things to do, which you really need to work on. No, Abhinav, you do not have anything to work on? I can't hear you.
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay. So who wants to, Isha wants to speak something?
To read Sanskrit more better.
Sorry?
To read shlokas more better.
Okay. So these are that those will be the reading things. What we are saying is weakness. Weakness is when you, yes, Abhinav.
Like laziness and anger.
Okay. So now can you think about two things, how you can get rid of them, or at least how you can try to get rid of them? Yes, Param?
I can get rid of not eating enough for food, like not eating enough for food,
Very
and
good.
help don't do bad things.
Okay. Abhigya, have you identified two things which you feel that you have to get are an impediment, and you impediment in sense an obstacle, or you really need to work on it? It can be anything. It can be anger, it can be laziness, it can be stubbornness, or it can be like finding faults in others.
So mine is frustration and homework. So I think homework I can get through is like doing it at school or whenever I can, because if I have homework due by tomorrow, then that leaves me less time to chant, and then it's just too hard.
Okay, so does that lead to frustration, Abhigya?
Yeah. So
Okay. So you know what, like again, one more thing is frustration also comes when you expect a lot. Okay. When you expect a lot, and when that does not happen, then you get frustrated. So like if one way could be that if we can have small goals at a time and then try to achieve them and then increase our things, right? Like suppose if I say, you know what, like I have to do 64 rounds today. Okay, this is the goal I set for myself. And then if some of the other thing happens and I'm not able to do it, what happens is the other rounds which I'm doing, they are also not of that quality, or I'm not remembering the Lord to do these rounds. I just have that number to achieve and I'm just running behind that number. So I do not have the love for Lord. I do not have the love for the Harinam, but I'm just chasing the number. Okay. So this is what will lead to frustration. Anybody else wants to share? Yes, Smriti.
Mataji, my two things are food and laziness. But I was still thinking, how can I like improve it? Because food is like okay, oh, it's dinner time, or it's like snack time, but there's like so many tasty foods, even though they're not been offered to the Lord. I'm still thinking how we can get over it.
But if food is your weakness, then it is good, right? That means you will be cooking more for the Lord because you want to honor prasadam, which is offered to the Lord. So in one way or the other, like when something is your weakness, try to use it in the other way. Like just how His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj says, right? You are going to have desires. You cannot be desireless, right? You cannot say, I'm going to get rid of all my desires. You should have desires. And if you have desires, just divert it that it is the Lord's desires. Okay. That if you have a desire, think about doing something for the Lord as a desire, and then it will become Krishna conscious. Okay. Whatever you do, try to do it, curtail it towards the Lord so that it becomes pure in your thought and your mind. And what was your second thing you said, Smriti?
Laziness, Mataji.
Oh, laziness. You're my soul sister. Laziness is, I think, is it this season that is it's making you lazy? The winters?
Yes, Mataji, it's cold here.
It's cold, right? Anybody else wants to share something? Where is Samskriti, Ramachandra, Krishna, Nena? Nobody wants to say anything? Hi, Bol. Param has already said something. Ramachandra is trying to speak something. Ramachandra?
Mati, something I need to get rid of is probably anger.
Okay. How about, yes, Kabir?
Always being attached to other things, and I want to get rid of being attached to other stuff. Like
Okay.
other stuff, like not always playing with toys and leaving some time to chant.
Okay. Very nice. So are you working on it, Kabir?
Yeah, I'm chanting. Yeah, I'm chanting every day, every single day. I
Very
chant
nice.
once or twice in the morning before I go to school.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mataji,
Yes, Param.
can we tell what we can improve in do Krishna consciousness too?
Yes. Yes.
Mataji, I already got it.
Go ahead.
Can I no, I'm gonna trying to make a goal of doing 60 rounds every day in Brahmurth with remembering Krishna, sitting one place attentively and hear my chanting and sit next to the day, like in front of the dekchis and concentrate before going to
Nice.
school.
Hare
Very
Krishna,
nice.
Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram.
Krishna will help your desires and Krishna will help you achieve those goals also. Ramachandra, you were saying something? How can you, are you thinking about how this is the way that you can
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna,
get
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Yes, Ramachandra?
I'm still trying to think.
Just trying to think. Okay.
Or maybe
Not-
chant
I'll say
after.
Janavi.
Yes, Janavi.
Probably attachment and anger.
Attachment and anger. And how do you think you can work over it?
Attachment. Both by remembering Krishna and chanting the holy name.
Okay. Yes, Risha.
Mataji, I have anger which I have to get rid of, and when I have anger, I try to chant 4 rounds. Every day.
Wow, look at Risha. She has already diverted her weakness into something positive. Very nice. So the more you get angry, the more you're going to chant. And then slowly what will happen? You'll forget about anger and you'll only remember about chanting. Very nice. Very nice. This is a nice lesson. You want to say something, Janavi?
No, Mataji.
Very nice. So for me, recently, the thing which is happening is to forgive others is a big challenge getting on. And again, that again happens due to more of expectation and expecting of good things from others or expecting the same as you expect from others. And this is not possible in this world, right? How you are behaving with someone, it is not compulsory that the person in front of you is going to behave with you. So recently for me, it was forgiving someone is getting very, very hard. Okay. So then I am trying to work on it again with the help of chanting. And the second thing which I'm trying to do is not think about those people who are trying to be wrong with you. Because if you go on thinking about them, you forget about Krishna. Then you keep like a mad person, you try to keep on talking with yourself. Okay, this is what is my thing, which I am working on as a weakness and how is a remedy for it. Krishna Nana, you shared or you want to share something?
Laziness.
Laziness, okay. These can be overcome, right? It's just the season. Yes, Smriti?
Mataji, you said that any like weakness you can turn into a strength, but how can you turn laziness into a strength?
Okay, you know what? I know it some of them are a little bit hard to explain, but when you get laziness, you should understand that why are you getting lazy? Okay. And then you understand that you're getting lazy because you are not doing things which you are really, really needed to do, isn't it? And like, suppose if you start from the beginning of the day, okay, chanting my rounds. Was I lazy in chanting my round? You know, first thing, the very first thing which I want to tell you is why did I tell you to identify your weakness? And the moment you identified your weakness, that itself was one step towards improving them. Because at times we do not even know what our weaknesses are, or at times we do not even know where we need to really improve. So once you understand that, then working on it becomes more easy. Okay. Abhigay, you wanted to say something? We'll be closing the call soon.
Yeah, Mataji, I think one way to solve laziness is if it's like the laziness you feel like just by sitting on a couch and not doing anything. If you take a Bhagavad Gita book or like a Srimad Bhagavatam and just read it while sitting, you still sit on the couch, but you're also reading.
Yeah. You know, one thing which I had, one thing in my, I think, where did I read it? Or where did I hear it? I think it was from someone of Prabhuji's, some Prabhuji's class only. Smriti, it will help you, okay? Because it is trying to help me also. What, you know what? The mind is trying to trick you. When you're getting lazy, that means the mind is trying to trick you. You say, I want to chant. And then the mind says, oh, you know what? Wait for some time. And then you can chant. Okay. So the mind is trying to trick you. So what we can do is we can do the other way around. We can try to trick our mind. I'll tell you how. So when the mind says, you know what, like for half an hour you sit down, don't do anything, just sit on your iPad or don't sit, just sit looking at this, and then after that half an hour you can do it. So on the other hand, you can trick your mind. You can say, hey mind, you know what? Why don't I do like this? I'll chant for half an hour, and then after half an hour I can do something else. Okay, try to trick your mind. Then half an hour you chant, and then when the mind says, "Oh, you know what? Half an hour you said you were chanting," then say, "You know what? I changed my mind. Maybe let me study for half an hour, and then I will do whatever the thing which was not so good to do." Okay, that can be playing on your video game or something or the other. And then doing like this, if you know any habit to get cultivated into habit, if you are doing it continuously for 10-20 days, then it becomes an habit or it becomes a routine for you. Okay. So then if you continue this habit of yours, if you tell your mind, okay, not today, maybe tomorrow, not tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, just what the mind is trying to do to us. That my mind is trying, hey, you know what, do it tomorrow, do it next day. So you do that same trick to your mind. You tell your mind that, you know what, I guess we will do that, but maybe after some time, and that sometime never comes. In laziness, that happens, right? That sometime of doing something never comes. So let us do the reverse of not doing never comes. How about it? Let's see if it works, right? We all will be in an experimental phase. Okay. So yes, so what we'll do is we'll end the call because the next call is about to start. Param,
Mataji.
quickly, you wanted to say something. Yes, Param.
Yeah, Mataji. I was just saying, for my, I would disattach from material desires, and for spiritual, desires, I would do that. And I remember the story when Prabhupada was coming from his airport, there was this boy, and then he was asking Prabhupada this question: how do you attain Krishna? He said, desire. You have to desire.
Desire for Krishna, right? As
He
the
said
same
one
appears.
word, and then he left.
Yes. Very nice. Thank you, Param. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll end our call so that the other class can start. Okay. Vancha kalpatarupescha Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Priti Vilasini Mataji and Indulekha Mataji ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for helping us out. And all the dear
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hari
bye.
Bol.
Krishna Mataji, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hari Bol. We are ending the call, Mataji.
Mataji, I'll end the call, Mataji.
Yeah. So that it becomes easier.